a second-year law student at Rutgers University, Newark, and this is actually my first time voting. I'm 25 years old. I was not interested in voting 2 months ago. However, the ABLS came up to me and they approached me. ABLS is Association for Black Law Students. Came up to me and approached me about helping with the election on election day. What they wanted me to essentially do was inform voters about their rights, what their specific rights were on election day, especially when the voters that were turned away from actually casting a vote. So I agreed to do that. I went through a training last weekend, a 3-hour training about how to inform people to do that. I was scheduled to actually appear at Conklin Hall, which is on Rutgers Newark campus, at 9 o'clock to help with the voting. I got up this morning around 6 o'clock, and around 7 o'clock I decided to go cast my vote before and then go to the gym and then return back to Conklin at 9 o'clock. However, at 7:30, when I went over to Conklin, the polls were down. I started asking people what was the reason that the polls were down, and they told me that the machines were not working whatsoever, and they had called people before to get them fixed, and nobody had come. So I contacted my contact at the ACLU, reported to them. I also called their voting registration to know about the situation. There's nothing more I could do at that point. I need to go to the gym and return back.
What did they say they would do?
They're going to send somebody over to fix the machines and to look at them and to hopefully resolve the problem as soon as possible. I questioned whether they were giving out provisional ballots or emergency ballots at that time. Provisional ballots they were not giving out. The emergency ballots they were offering to a lot of people. However, a lot of the people did not want to fill out the emergency ballot because they felt that it would not be included in the actual vote, which is not necessarily incorrect, because the emergency ballot is only used after all the other votes are tabulated. And it's a separate tabulation that can take place, but oftentimes doesn't, because there's instances where emergency ballots are lost. So I went to the gym, I came back here around 9 o'clock, still nothing was resolved. So once again, there were some more volunteers that had showed up around that time. There were people standing outside. There were about 20 to 30 people, but questioning other people that were standing around since that time. Many people had been here since 5 o'clock waiting to vote. They said that at least 100 to 150 people had not cast their vote because they didn't want to fill out the emergency ballot, because they didn't feel safe in doing that. They wanted to wait till the actual ballots, till the machines were up and working again. Eventually around 10 o'clock we got new polling machines that were finally set up and people started voting. Thus far there have not been too many problems with those machines out there. However, people have still been filing complaints about what actually went on during the morning. When I went to vote at Conklin, I couldn't vote at Conklin because I was not registered within this particular district, although I live a block up the street. So I had to walk over to I believe it's called Warren Street School, to go vote over there, and there were no problems whatsoever at the Warren Street School. Everything seemed to be under control out there, and I was in and out of my voting within 5 minutes. As opposed to over here, people are waiting 10 to 15 minutes, and then a lot of people are filling out the complaints and filling out just an overall review about their experience. And it seems to be getting more positive throughout the day as people are becoming more acculturated with what's actually going on. But the morning, it should be interesting to see how many people show up at night to cast their vote that were turned away during the morning, because a lot of people have work to go to.
How long were the lines this morning?
The lines are pretty. When I went around there, they were long, but they could have been longer because a lot of people left. When I first showed up there, like I said, there's anywhere between like 30 to 50 people just standing around. That being said, there were more people that were in and out that had left and were saying that they would come back later. I'm not sure. I don't think a lot of emergency ballots were cast out here, like I previously said. And hopefully it'll be resolved. I heard other places in Newark were also having the same problems. Washington Street School was having the same exact problems this morning. And I also heard different districts in Connecticut